This is going to be a really quick video today on just the truth of spiritual entrepreneurship, the truth of intuitive entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship in general, of building a business, being successful, the impact that you are here to make. Because now I'm going to be real, I'm going to be honest with you. If you go and check the stats on how many people actually succeed and you are just driven by data, it's between 8 to 10%. It is so low, the amount of entrepreneurs who actually succeed with their entrepreneurship journey. Okay, so I have been in this game for about 5 years now, and I can tell you it is not going to be easy. So if you have come into this space from this feminine spirituality space of like, just manifest it, just visualize it and it will happen, I'm here to break the news to you. You have to do the work. There is no success without effort. So if you are sitting there and you're like, I'm just going to visualize and then I'm going to have this amazing business and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it doesn't fucking work like that. You might actually be stuck in your business that's not actually bringing in money, it's not bringing in clients, and there's a reason behind it, because you are stuck in the feminine energy. We need both, and I shared this inside of my Intuitive Creator program. The link is in the description box below for those of you who are built for the 8 to 10% and who are going to see success. And this is not to throw you off, this is not to put you off. This literally, my job is literally to inspire, to empower you to actually get your shit on the road and like be fucking successful. But most people aren't just speaking the truth about it. They're not telling you that actually it takes work, and that I always say like F strategy, like bullshit, all of this stuff. But what I do believe in is your soul blueprint and resiliency. You have to build resiliency, because guess what? When you build an online business, when you build a spiritual business, there are going to be lows, because life is fucking highs and lows. We don't just constantly live on a high. We have the lows. We are dying every single fucking day. The one thing that is guaranteed to us is death. And so when you know that you are dying every single day, you will work hard every single day to pour into your dreams, right? That's the way that I operate. But the majority of people around me are not living with that mindset or that perspective shift. They are living on the day-to-day basis of, I need to pay the bills. At the end of the month, I've got this bills. Like at the end of the month, you might be fucking dead on your living room floor. How do you know that you are not going to die in the next second? Your heart can stop breathing. This is literally going to be a wake-up call for a lot of you. It might trigger the fuck out of some people. I don't care. Like, I'm here to trigger the fuck out of some people. So be it. This is another thing. You have to be resilient. Like, I have resilience tattooed on me way before I became an entrepreneur, because I knew I needed to toughen my skin. I knew that I was so sensitive, and there was something inside of me that was like, I need to build resiliency. The amount of abuse and trauma that I have been through has built up that resiliency inside of me, that now I'm like, yeah, come at me. Haters in the comments, come at me. I don't really give a shit, right? But if you are crumbly with your ego and your like identity will be like, oh my God, they said this, and now I can't say it online. Oh my God, this person thinks I'm this. I'm the nicest person on the planet, like blah, blah, blah. You're not going to fucking be successful in your business if you allow hate comments and other people's opinions and other people's fucking judgments of you to bring your energy down. Like, your energy is precious. Your energy needs to be top priority. I look after my energy so deeply. I will see a comment and it will brush off me like water off my waterproof jacket. Do you know what I mean? That is the type of energy you need to cultivate. If you don't have that backbone, if you don't have that resiliency, cultivate that. That is where your focus in the first year, in the second year of business. If there's anything that I would recommend to my intuitive creators who come in with that sensitivity, who come in with that victim mindset, the first thing I'm going to be to them is like, I'm not giving you strategy. I'm just going to tell you, go fucking post your shit online, grow a backbone, and grow your thick skin, because you're going to need it in the game. Because the bigger you get, the more followers you get, the bigger you grow, the more opinionated you become, the more you actually start to share your authentic fucking truth. Especially as a spiritual entrepreneur, you trigger the fuck out of some people who are not ready to hear your message. You trigger the fuck out of people who are not your soul aligned clients, and that is okay. If you start to water down your message, if you start to dim down your light, you're not built for entrepreneurship. You're going to allow other people to override your dreams. That dream of yours, that mission of yours, that impact, that vision has to be bigger than any other fucking person outside of you and that vision and mission. That is my gift, right? I have a vision, I have a mission, and I'm going to carry it out in the way that my soul came here to carry it out, without any care for any of the external, any of the ego mind that will kick in. So again, are you prepared to do that? Ask yourself these questions. This is the honest fucking truth. I've worked as an entrepreneur and as a spiritual entrepreneur, and it's the same thing. Everything is energy. Everything is resiliency. Everything is your strength, and then conviction in who you are and your mission and your vision and who you came here to be. Because if anything's going to toy with that, you're not going to see the success and the level at which you want to succeed at, right? We have to build up that within ourselves. So again, I am here for like the people who are ready to build massive businesses, not just like a little crystal shop and then you're just like, I'm just selling crystals. Yeah, you don't need that much growth for that. And also your income is capped, right? The amount of stuff that you can sell, it's like, okay, that's it. Now what? I'm talking about online business where you're creating digital assets, you're creating a personal brand, you're literally sharing your soul, your vulnerability, your story, your pain points. To do that takes a lot of fucking courage, number one. To continue to do that when you get the haters is another level. And to continue to do the stuff that is required of you in your business day in, day out, with discipline, with grit, with hustle, with effort, and managing your inner personal life and looking after your child, your drama, your family, like all the things that come as part of life. You have to be able to hold that. Do you have it in you to hold that? I have a 6-year-old, I have a soulmate. I have family that I've now cut ties with quite a bit because it's too much and I can't deal with the drama. I've put boundaries in place. Are you okay doing things like that? These are the things that are required of you as you elevate your way up. And I'm not saying you're above people. It's just what's required of you to be the successful entrepreneur that you came here to be. You have to get so much more stricter with where you are leaking out your energy. I've got to get so much stricter. Like each year, I've just got stricter and stricter and stricter of, oh my God, I'm leaking out my energy at saying yes to events that I don't want to go to. I'm spending an hour where I should only be spending 10 minutes of popping into a birthday party, being like, hey, cool, I'm out. I've got more things to do on my mission, on my vision. And it's not to say I spend so much time with my soulmate. I spend about 2.5, 3 hours every day with my soulmate. We play Monopoly Deal. We literally chill in bed. We have naps together. We watch films. We do all the things. We go out on like nature walks. We go on trips. I do all of that. But it comes with my mission as a priority. It comes with me knowing who the fuck I am and what I came here to do on this planet and living that to its fullest potential. And sometimes that requires cutting off toxic people and relationships. Sometimes it requires me showing up even when I don't feel like it. Sometimes it requires effort. Sometimes you are in seasons of your business where it's more growth, and that means it feels like you're going up a hill, and then suddenly you come across and you're just like walking on like a slope on like this, and then sometimes it goes downwards and you feel like you're just going downhill, and it's like, oh, what's happening? That's entrepreneurship. It's not like this. And anybody who's trying to tell you that, any coach who's telling you that is lying to you just so they can get you into their programs. That is the truth that I've learned. I've invested over 50,000 by this point in coaches, mentorships, programs, online courses from masculines, feminines, the spiritual space, the non-spiritual space, Just Business, Alex Hormozi, like all of the spaces, you name it. I've invested. This is the wisdom that I've gathered. So again, take on what you feel like is connecting in your soul, but this is literally the truth of the case. So again, ask yourself the question, are you willing to do what it takes? Because if I heard this and I heard somebody saying this to me, for me, I know there's no plan B. For me, there is no plan B because I hate the job and the grind of a job and being boxed into one role and one position for the rest of my fucking life with rules and regulations and people telling me how the fuck to live my life. That pain outweighs this pain of like entrepreneurship more than anything. And entrepreneurship to me, it's not pain. I actually love the fucking game. I love that I have to push myself. I love the growth game. So yes, you might be a bit crazy. You might be like, oh, that's a bit psychotic. Yes, those are the traits. Those are the energies. That's the vibe. If you love that, then you are built for entrepreneurship. You might just be built for it. But if that's not you and you're second guessing, you're going, oh, maybe I'm not, maybe. If there's any slight of doubt, you are not built for it. Be realistic with yourself. Be fucking honest with yourself about, oh, you just jumped into it for the money. It's not, if you're just in it for the money, it's not going to fucking work. Get over yourself. It's almost like selfish, right? And I feel like this is such a harsh fucking video. I don't care. This is the truth of the matter. I start my mission not for money. I start my mission because souls need the wisdom that I have. They need the teachings that I have. They need the astrology. They need the spirituality. And then they need the business truth. And most people in the marketing spaces are just feeding you the gimmicky stuff that you are being attracted to. It's like moths to a flame. They see light and they're like, oh, let's go to the light. And then they get burned and then they die. That's what you're doing when it's like, oh, I see like a get rich quick scheme or like, oh, manifest your money like this. And it's just like, no, that's marketing. That's literally rule number one of business is marketing. And marketing, what it serves the purpose of bringing and attracting clients. So you are being that person who's then being attracted to something. And I'm not saying don't invest. You're supposed to invest in the right people. But again, don't invest from an emotional space of, oh, I just need money, I'm in survival mode. No. Invest from a logical space of, is this going to take me where I need to go? And is this really what I need right now? Do I need to manage my money better? If you're unread, if you're like in debt or you've got credit cards that you need to use to make that investment, then you are not ready for that investment. Stop throwing that stuff. Sometimes it's like, look at your finances. If you've got excess in any capacity and you're able to like save and stuff like that and you feel safe in your body, then yeah, that's a good investment decision. Again, are you making responsible choices with your money? A lot of people in the spiritual community don't do this. They just think, nah, it's like manifestation money, it landed, okay. Are you just going to keep manifesting like that? You're going to start actually responsibly managing your money after it manifests. There's like a whole process. I can just go spiritual, practical, right? And I flitter between the two, but I have my systems in place. This is all the shit that I'm learning. This is all the stuff that I've done in the past, you guys. So this is coming from a very loving space. It's coming from a very hurtful space because I feel hurt for the people who are... it actually makes me feel like I want to cry. This could be because I'm due my period, but it's actually painful to see people just getting sucked into the bullshit so much over and over and over again in my community or my spirituality space where it's like... buy this and blah, 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 and like feminine this, and there's a place for feminine, there's a place for masculine, there's a place for both of them. But what works for you is your soul blueprint. And also entrepreneurship is built for the 8 to 10% of people. So you have to cultivate those traits if you're really serious about it. Don't just go into this with this, oh, I just want more money and blah, blah. You can get more money in any job. Any job can get you 100K months, 100K years. I've worked for employers like that, right? Who I remember like years ago, this is like 15 years ago when I was a nanny, and I found the payslip of my boss, and they had so many zeros I couldn't even count back then. I think it was like millions, right? That was their monthly salary. They were just an employee. So if you're just in it for the money, then just manifest a fucking high-paying job. Like that's all you need. But entrepreneurship, building a business online, that's another game. So this is literally to just set the expectation right of, do you really want to be an entrepreneur or do you just want a high fucking paying job that's more stable? Because not everyone's built. The thing with entrepreneurship as well is not stable. Money doesn't come every month like a job. Money comes in seasons, and then it's up to you to manage your money so that you know what season you're in. And when hard seasons hit, you're prepared. That is entrepreneurship. Are you willing to be okay and cozy up with that risk? Because if your answer is no, you either need to cultivate the work to build yourself up to that level or go and manifest a fucking high-paying fucking job instead, because that's going to be way easier for you. And then just maintain that and grow the skills that you need there. Lots of love. Mwah.